Okay, students, last class we have discussed registers, right? Registers. That is one of the application of FLOW. So the next type of register what we are going to discuss in today's class is counter. This can also be called as this is a type of register. Why? Because here also we will be storing the information again more than one bit. So depending on how many bits we want to store, depending on that the number of flip-flops will be used. So we'll discuss what is a counter and how counters are designed. So this counter topic you will be having in your both this module 3 as well as this topic will be continued in module 4 also. So this topic is very important. So counters are also called as pattern generators because counters are also called as pattern generators because using counters we are going to generate different patterns, different sequences. Like for example, if I use 3 flip-flops in a counter, it is not that I can store 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 all the combinations, all the different patterns for 3 bits. So each pattern whatever we say, whatever that is saved in the counter or whatever we get the counter from the counter, it is called as a pattern. So that pattern generator, counter is nothing but a pattern generator. Okay. And the different patterns whatever we get from the counter, that patterns are called as state. So what is state in a state of a flip-flop? State of a flip-flop means the flip-flop, as I said, flip-flop if it is storing 1, we call the state as 1. If it is storing 0, we call the state as 0. Same way in counter, the different patterns whatever we get, that will be called as state. Similar to flip-flops or the registers whatever we have discussed. So at that particular clock pulse, what is the state of the counter? What is the pattern that is being generated from the counter? Okay. And the total number of states, total number of patterns that can be generated using counter is called as modulus. So from here onwards we will be using this word modulus. In short we will call it as mod. In short we will call it as mod. What is mod? The total number of patterns. The total number of sequences, the total number of states that can be generated using counter is nothing but modulus, mod of a counter, modulus of a counter. That's how we call it. Okay. So if for example if S1 is the current state, if I take 3 flip-flops, if I have in counter, I can take S1 as 0 0 0, one pattern. That can be called as one pattern, right? One state. So 0 0 0, that is one state. So the next state can be what? It can be 0 0 1. It need not be 0 0 1. It can be 0 0 1. It can be either 0 1 0 1 0 0, anything it can be. So if S1 is the present state, present pattern, S2 may be the next state. Similarly, if S2 is the present state, S3 is the next state. If S3 is the present state, S4 is the next state. Hope you are clear with what is state. State means the pattern, the sequences that are generated. Okay. Same way you will have Sn depending on the counter, the last state Sn, and at the end, when it reaches the maximum count, again it repeats the sequence. Again it starts from S1. So this is called as state diagram. State diagram. It depicts the state or the patterns of the counter. State diagram. So these are some of the keywords which are very important when we discuss the counter concept. So counter, each sequence is called as state. S1 is a state, S2 is a state, Sn is a state. These are the different patterns that can be generated from the counter, right? So total number of states is nothing but modulus. So what is the modulus of this counter? N. How many different states we have? From S1 to Sn. So modulus is N. So this is a mod N counter. Depending on how many total number of sequences, total number of patterns, total number of states that can be generated, we call it as modulus, mod N. Mod N means N different states are there for a counter. Okay. So we have so many types of counters, up counter, down counter. So we will discuss one by one. So today's class we will be discussing binary counters. Binary counter. So binary counters, the modulus of binary counters will be M. See, small m is used to denote modulus. Small m is always used to denote the modulus of a counter. So modulus of a binary counter. What is a binary counter? Modulus is equal to 2 power n. M is modulus, n is number of flip-flops. Okay, hope it is clear. So if n is equal to 2, if I use 2 flip-flops, so how many different combinations I get? 2 flip-flops means it can store either 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So total number of different possibilities, different combinations that sequences can be generated from the counter is how many? 4. So n is the number of flip-flops. If n is equal to 2, what is 2 power 2? 4. So what is the modulus? Modulus is 4. M is equal to 4. Modulus is 4. So using 2 flip-flops, you can design mod 4 counter. Okay? Or the other way, if you want to design mod 4 counter, use 2 flip-flops. If you want to design mod 8 counter, so 8 is equal to 2 power what? 2 power 3. So how many flip-flops you have to select? You have to go for 3 flip-flops. This is very important. Exam. The question will be design mod 8 counter. How will you design? How many flip-flops you will use? You are going to use 3 flip-flops. So how many number of different combinations we get if you use 3 flip-flops? From 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. That is totally we will get 8 different combinations, 8 different sequences, 8 different states for a counter. So if I want to design let's say 16, mod 16 counter, how many flip-flops I have to select? 4. Different patterns that are generated using counter. So 4 flip-flops are enough to get 16 different sequences, 16 different patterns. Okay, so binary counter, the counters which has got m is equal modulus as 2 power n, m is equal to 2 power n. That is what is the meaning of that is what is called as binary counter. Again in binary counter we have 2, binary up counter, binary down counter. Binary up counter, it counts up, it starts from 0, 0, 0. It can be either 2-bit, 3-bit, 4-bit, n-bit, any bit. That is why I put icon here. It can be any number of bit. So binary up counter will count from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. The last count is what? 1, 1, 1, 1. Right. If you take 2-bit, the initial count is 0, 0. The last count is what? 1, 1. If you take 3-bit, 0, 0, 0. The last count is what? 1, 1, 1. So binary up counter counts from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. Once it reaches the maximum count, what happens? State diagram. Once it reaches the maximum count, again it repeats the sequence. Sequence will be repeated. Sequence will be repeated. That's how we design the counter, right? This is binary up counter. Down counter, it counts from the maximum count. 1, 1, 1 to 0, 0, 0. This is down counter. So we have binary up counter, we have binary down counter. So in module 3, the first counter we have is binary ripple counter. Here we will be designing, we will be using 4 flip-flops. So 4 flip-flops, mod 16 counter. We are going to design mod 16 binary ripple counter. Ripple counter is nothing but what? Asynchronous counter. Question, exam. The question may be to write binary ripple counter or binary ripple counter or asynchronous counter. Asynchronous counter. Okay, both are same. Because asynchronous counter clock, when I write the circuit, I can explain why it is called as asynchronous and why it is called as ripple counter. So now you know what is a counter, you know the meaning of a binary counter. M is equal to 2 power n. Since in this circuit I am going to use 4 flip-flops, so 2 power 4 is equal to 16. So the counter whatever I am designing now is a mod 16 counter. Mod 16 counter, 4 flip-flops are used. Okay, so with this basics, let us write the circuit. Again, circuit is not difficult, circuit is very simple. You have to understand the analysis of the circuit is very important here, because if you want to write the timing diagram or if you want to analyze the different patterns that are being generated, you need to analyze the flip-flops whatever we are using. clearly. When only then you could write all different sequences. Okay, anyhow, I'll explain. It is very simple. So now mod 16 counter, 4 flip-flops I want. 4 T flip-flops. Registers, which flip-flops we use? Registers D flip-flop, positive edge trigger D flip-flops. In binary ripple counter, here I will use positive edge triggered T flip-flop. Okay, positive edge trigger T flip-flop, Q bar. So as I have already told, either you can write Q bar like this, or if you want to put a bubble over here, you can write just Q. That means whatever Q is getting here, that complement of that will be getting here. So finally what are you getting here is Q bar again. So Q bar, T clock. So this is the logic symbol of positive edge trigger T flip-flop. In binary ripple counter, we are going to use positive edge trigger T flip-flop. How many? 4. So first let me write the logic symbol of all the four T flip-flop. Fine. Positive edge trigger T flip-flop. So this is Q. I will put a bubble over here. Since I have written like this, if you don't want to write like this, you can just put a bubble, complement. Okay. So 4 T flip-flops I use. T. Since I want to design a mod 16 counter, I have to go for 4 T flip-flops, right? Circuit is very important in your exam. If you write the circuit diagram correctly, 40% or sometimes 50% of the marks you get there only. So circuit is very important. So if you have written the circuit correctly, definitely you can analyze the circuit and write the remaining things correctly. So I have written 4 T flip-flops. Why only 4? Because I am designing mod 16 counter, right? So 4. Okay. So now asynchronous counter. Asynchronous means clock is not given directly to all the T flip-flops. In a single pulse, all the 4 T flip-flops will not respond. Instead, clock pulse is given directly only to the first T flip-flop. Clock is given directly only to the first T flip-flop. What is the clock pulse for the remaining 3 flip-flops? For binary ripple counter, this is binary ripple up counter we are designing, up from 000 to 111 we get. Clock is given directly to the first T flip-flops. For the remaining flip-flops, Q bar is given as clock. Q bar is given as clock. Q bar is given as clock. Okay, very important connection. For binary ripple up counter, Q bar is given as clock pulse. Since clock is given only to the first flip-flop, and these flip-flops will be triggered only after the output is generated by the previous flip-flop. This flip-flop will change its output only, it gets Q bar from the previous. This flip-flop will give you the output only if it gets a clock pulse from the previous. Same way previous. So clock is being given in a ripple fashion, or it is called as asynchronous ripple counter, asynchronous counter. Asynchronous, why we call? Because of the clock pulse. Clock pulse is not synchronously given for all the T flip-flops. It is asynchronous. That is why this circuit is called as binary asynchronous counter. Okay. Since ripple fashion, so binary ripple counter. Okay. So now clock is given. Asynchronous counter, clock is given directly to only the first T flip-flop. For the remaining T flip-flops, what is clock? Q bar is clock. Very important. Q bar is clock. Okay. What is the input T? T is logic 1. T input is logic 1 for all the T flip-flops. Either you can write logic 1 for all T flip-flops, or you can just short this. Same input, logic 1. Okay. So 4 flip-flops, how many outputs we get? 4. So I will call this as QA. I call this as QB, this as QC, this as QD. You can call it as Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, anything you want. So how many outputs? 4 flip-flops we have used. QA, QB, QC, QD. clock is given asynchronously. That means for the first T flip-flop, clock is given directly. For the remaining, their previous flip-flop complement Q bar is given as clock. And what is T input? T input is logic 1. This is the circuit of binary ripple up counter. Binary ripple up counter. So now let us analyze the circuit and write the counting sequence. Can I write it to the side? Okay. Okay, so I need to write the timing diagram. So what I'll do is I'll hope the circuit is clear for you. So now I'll just erase the circuit and I'll write it. Here only I'll write it because I need some space to write the timing diagram. So what I do is I erase this. So hope you're clear with the circuit diagram, correct? T flip-flop, binary ripple up counter. Again I'll write it here. We have 4 T flip-flops. Okay. Positive edge triggered T flip-flop. I need this space to write the timing diagram to explain the circuit. So T flip-flop, Q bar, right? Q bar, Q bar, Q bar. Okay. Q bar acts as clock. Previous flip-flop, Q bar acts as clock input for the next flip-flop. And clock is given directly to the first T flip-flop, right? And what is T? T is logic 1. For all the T flip-flops, T input is logic 1. Okay, and this is QA, this is QB, this is QC, and this is QD. That's all is the connection. Okay, so now I'll write the timing diagram. I'll be writing the timing diagram for this flip-flop. So maybe I can use the same space here, whatever I have. So to write the timing diagram again, the working of T flip-flop is very important. So when you give T flip-flop as logic 1, okay, when you use T flip-flop as logic 1, when you give the input for the T flip-flop as logic 1, T flip-flop, how it will work? It will toggle, correct? If T is 0, T flip-flop output remains the same. If T is 1, it toggles, correct? So that's how it is. So T flip-flop working is very important, and clock pulse also, it is very, very important. You have to be very careful when you write the timing diagram or when you write the counting sequence. See what the output we should get here. We are generating a mod 16, we are designing a mod 16 counter. So we should get 16 different sequences from this circuit, right? So now T flip-flop, the function table, you know, if T is 0, what is output? Previous state. Next state is same as previous state. If T is 1, next state is the complement of previous state. If T is 0, next state is same as previous state. If T is 1, next state is the complement of previous state. Okay. So now we have given T as 1. So no doubt all the flip-flop outputs will be complemented in every clock pulse. Okay. So now I'll write clock as the first input. Clock. Okay, clock. What type of clock? Positive edge triggered clock. So positive edge triggered clock pulse. Positive edge triggered clock pulse. So take the mark the positive edge. Which is the positive edge? This is the positive edge, raising edge. This is the positive edge of the clock. Positive edge, positive edge, positive edge, positive edge, positive edge, positive edge of the clock, because the first T flip-flop will respond only at the positive edge of the clock pulse. For the remaining T flip-flop, this is not the clock we are giving. For the remaining T flip-flop, what is clock? Q bar is clock. Q bar is clock. That we'll write afterwards. But now for the first T flip-flop, what is clock? This is the clock. And I will mark the positive edge of the clock because it is a positive edge trigger T flip-flop. Okay. So now I will write QA. QA. What is QA? QA is the output of first T flip-flop. First T flip-flop, what is input? T. What is T? Logic 1. Clock is directly given. This is the clock. And flip-flop is going to trigger at the positive edge. So mark all the positive edge. Mark all the positive edge. Okay. Now, QA. Initially, I will take QA as 0. Initially, I will take QA as 0. Now, positive edge. What is T? 1. When T is 1, next state is the complement of previous state. What is next state? Complement of previous state. What is previous state? 0. Previous state is what? 0. Now, what is next state? Next state is the complement of previous state. Previous state is 0. Positive edge. T is 1. T is continuously 1. So, next at every positive edge, output toggles. So, next state at this point, next state is the complement of previous. Previous is 0. So, now it will become 1. It will be 1 till here. Till the next positive edge. Again at this positive edge, what is T? T is 1, continuous 1. Previously it was 0, it was 1. Now it will become 0. It will be 0 till the next positive edge of the clock. That is how a positive edge trigger flip-flop will work. At this edge, what is previous state? 0. T is 1, so it will toggle 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay. This is QA, continuous. You can write QA. Next, I want to write QB. QB. This is QB. What is T? T is 1. But what is clock? Clock is Q bar. Positive edge of Q bar is clock. This is QA. This is QA only, no? QA bar. Positive edge of QA bar is clock. So this is QA. QB output I get at the positive edge of QA bar. So let me write QA bar first. I'll write QA bar first. What is QA bar? Complement of this. QA bar is the complement of QA. QA bar is the complement of QA. Now I will write QB. Now QA bar act as clock. Now this is clock. So positive edge of clock, QB output changes. Positive edge of clock, positive edge of QA bar. Positive edge of QA bar, which is the positive edge. This is the negative edge, falling, negative edge. This is the positive edge. This is the positive edge. This is the positive edge, right? So, positive edge of QA bar. Here the output changes. Which output? QB. So, initially take QB as 0. I take QB as 0. QB will be 0 till the positive edge of QA bar. Okay. And before and here positive edge. So what is T? T is 1. At this positive edge, what is the previous state? 0. Now it will become 1. Again it is 1 till the next positive edge. Next positive edge, what is T? T is 1. What is previous state? 1. And now it will become 0. Correct? But now just observe QA bar is what? This. So QB output we get at the positive edge of QA bar. Correct. But isn't the positive edge of QA bar is nothing but the negative edge of QA? Positive edge of QA bar is nothing but the negative edge of QA. Negative edge of QA because QA and QA bar are the complement. QA bar positive edge means QA negative edge. QA bar positive edge means QA negative. QA bar positive edge means QA negative. So, try to understand. QB output changes at the positive edge of QA bar, or in other words, QB output we get at the negative edge of QA. QB output we get at the positive edge of QA bar, or at the negative edge of QA. So what I do, I need not write QA bar. I need not write QA bar. I can write QB directly. QB. when I get QB at the negative edge of QA, positive edge of QA bar or at the negative edge of QA. So this is the negative edge of QA. So till here what is QB? QB will be 0. At this point T is 1. T is 1. So negative edge. Output changes. Previously it was 0. Now it will become 1. It will be 1 till the next negative edge. Negative edge. T is 1. Previous state is 1. Now it will become 0. Next negative edge. Previous state is 0. Now it will become 1. Correct. So same output we are getting. Same QB. So you need not write QA bar. You can write QB at the negative edge of QA itself. Positive edge of QA bar, negative edge of QA. Now when will we get QC? At the positive edge of QB bar or at the negative edge of QB. So this is QB. I need to mark now the negative edge. This is positive edge. This is negative edge. So here only one major I got. You can continue writing. Okay. So now what is QC? QC output changes only at the negative edge of QB. QC output changes only at the negative edge of QB. Where is negative edge? Here is the negative edge of QB. So till there, what is QC? QC is 0. Now at the negative edge, what is T? T is 1. It toggles. Previous state is 0. Now it will become 1. Correct? This is QC. QD. When will you get QD? At the negative edge of QC. For me, I don't have the negative edge. If I continue, I will get the negative edge. There, the QD output changes. Till then, what is QD? Till then, QD is 0. That 0 will become 1 at the negative edge of QC. So just have a look at it. At this positive edge, what is QA? 0. QB 0. QC 0. QD 0. Again, at this positive edge. Okay. So just observe. Correct, right? Yeah. Okay, sorry. Initially it was 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. At this positive edge, I have 0, 0, 0. This is 1. At this positive edge, 0, 0, 1, 0. At this positive edge of clock I am taking. 0, 0, 1, 1. At this positive edge, 0, 1, 0, 0. At this positive edge, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Right? 0, 1, 0, 1. Again, at this positive edge, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay? Just observe what is the counting sequence we are getting. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, like that it goes, correct? So 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, this is 1, right? 0, 1, 1, 0, like that it continues. You can, if you take more number of clock pulses, you will get the sequence till 1, 1, 1, 1. So what is QA, QB, QC, QD? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So QA is LSB. So when you write the counting sequence, you have to write QB, QC, QB, QA. Because QA is the LSB. You are getting it reverse. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 at every clock pulse. At every positive edge of the clock, this is what the counting sequence I am getting, correct? 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Like that it continues and you get it as 1, 1, 1, 1. At the 16th clock pulse. So you can write the complete counting sequence. Here I have put dot, but you don't put dot. You can write the complete counting sequence. So this is called the counting sequence. So how many sequences we get? 16. So how many different sequences we have got? 16. So what is the mod? Mod is 16. It's a mod 16 counter. And we have designed mod 16 counter using how many flip-flops? 4 flip-flops. So 2 power 4 is equal to 16. And since clock is not given directly to all the 4 flip-flops, it is called as asynchronous counter. So in your exam, you have to write the logic circuit diagram, timing diagram, and counting sequence is very important. And you are not supposed to reverse the counting sequence. QD, QC, QB, QA, that is the order, because QA is going to be the LSB. QA is going to be the LSB. That is very, very important. Okay. Okay, maybe it is clear. Okay. So you can continue writing the clock pulses for some more cycles. Then you will be able to get all the counting sequence. But exam, it is not required to write all the counting sequence, 16 counting sequence timing diagram. Well, like whatever I have written, you can take some 5-6 clock pulses and draw the timing diagram. You can write the counting sequence. That is enough. Okay. You need not write the timing diagram for all the 16 sequences. Okay.